Welcome. Thank you for clicking on this episode. My name is 3WheelHey, and I would like to welcome you to the 3WheelHey channel, where we cover all things three wheels, and most importantly, the people who love them.
Name is Maurice Bell. Everybody calls me Reese. From Howell, New Jersey, by way of Selma, Alabama, and I'm a very young 50 years old.
And you are now. Year, make, model. Year, make, model of your bike. And color.
I have a 2019 Riker 900 Ace, and it's blue. I like to call her Blue Bishop.
Blue Bishop. Why that name?
Well, I started calling myself Bishop just because, just to switch things up. When I went to Starbucks or something like that, they ask you what your name is. I always said Bishop. My kids got a kick out of it, so I just kind of stuck with it. And when I got the Riker, that just kind of flowed Blue Bishop.
How long have you been riding?
I started riding motorcycles about 19 years ago. I took a little break from riding on twos for a while once my first daughter was born. You're excited to become a father and everything like that. So I was told that bikes were dangerous and somebody becoming a father can't be riding motorcycles all the time. So I took a little break on twos about 19 years ago. And then when I decided I was going to start riding again about 3 years ago, I was looking around for bikes and I came across the Riker, and I guess, as they say, the rest is history. I kind of, for the last 3 years, I've been spending a lot of time on threes on my Riker.
I hear that. Do you remember the first bike you had?
The first bike I had was a CBR 600. 19 years ago, I was really into sport bikes. A lot of guys I rode with were into sport bikes, and that's what I started with. I knew that when I started riding again, I didn't really want to go the sport bike route. Wanted something a little bit more laid back that I just could enjoy riding and not think about dropping.
When was the first time you saw a 3-wheel?
The first time, I happened to be online at work, and I was looking at Victory, I was looking at Indian, and when I went on YouTube, I saw a Riker. I didn't know what it was, but I saw a guy that is in New Jersey, and he was riding a Riker. It was like the first time it caught my eye. I didn't even know what it was, but I said, I want that. And I just started doing research trying to find out what it was. And that was right before the pandemic hit. And I on my desk at work, I had brochures and stuff laid out for a whole bunch of things, but I kind of forgot about those things and started researching what the Riker was.
So when you saw it, you kind of knew that was it.
Yeah, I pretty much said I want that before I even knew what it was. I didn't know what it rode like or anything, but I just knew in my mind I loved the way it looked. It had a unique look to it, and I just said I want it.
Why the Riker and not the Spiker?
I get the Riker caught my eye, and I really didn't. The spiders I had seen on the road before were the bigger models, not the sportier looking ones that you see like the FS today. So I never really thought about a spider. I like the sportier look of the Riker like right away. Later on, I saw some of the spiders that looked appealing, but when I saw that YouTube video of that first Riker, that was just the look I was after.
Name something you wish you knew before you bought it.
Something I knew about the Riker before I bought it. Good question. I don't know if there's anything that I wish I knew. I mean, just like anything, you buy it, you start to learn the little intricacies of it. I wish I knew that it costs so much for the maintenance, I guess.
Okay.
I wish I knew how much money I was going to spend on accessories and upgrading it and stuff like that. But having been into motorcycles before, just like anything, I knew that it was going to, there's money involved when you buy stuff. If you're gonna take care of it properly, if you're gonna enjoy it, you're gonna spend some money on it. So I pretty much feel like the Riker is everything I expected it to be. I bought it from a guy secondhand. He only had 800 miles on it. I got a really good price on it, a really good deal. And when I bought it from him, I really rode it for less than a minute. He said, "You want to test drive it?" I rode it for less than a minute, and I said, "I'm good. Let's put it on the trailer." So it was pretty much everything I expected it to be. But if anything, if I only knew that I was gonna miss switching gears so much from when I was on twos, I don't think that would have deterred me anything like that. But that's if I had to pick something that I missed from being on twos, that would be it.
Give me your number one must-have upgrade.
I would say that number one must-have upgrade before you make it look pretty or you start switching panels and colors and rims and all that stuff. The number one thing for me was getting that tune done. I love the power. I love the speed that I added by getting that custom tune done to make it, I guess, different, faster, more exciting.
Name something you hate or love. Excuse me. Name something you hate and love about your bike.
Um, for me, I love the comfort. And when I say the comfort, for me, the Riker, you're sitting like in it, not just sitting on top of it. You're sitting in it, and I've always been really comfortable with adjusting the handlebars. If I want to lean forward, I can lean forward. If I want to sit back and relax, I love that versatility. When I was on my sport bike, it was pretty much one position where I can sit back in my Riker and sometimes I kick my feet on top of the pegs and just relax. So I love that flexibility and being able to do all of that on the road. Um, Something I hate about the Riker, there's really not much, but um, something I hate about the Riker, I guess, is the limitation on the speed of it. Like I really get the urge to go faster sometimes. That's the only thing that makes me think about getting a Spider is that I want to add some more speed to it. So I don't know if I really hate that because that's really something I would like to have, but um, along with the comfort of the Riker, I like the safety factor of it. You don't have to worry about dropping it. You can still get hurt on it. It's not a toy, but um, I do love the fact, I mean, that it is safer. So I guess having that limit on the speed adds to that safety, but outside of that, if I really could, I really would like to boost the speed of it.
How fast have you gone so far? The fastest speed.
I think the fastest I've been on it is 115. With the custom tunes and stuff like that, you can push the limits. So when you switch to sport mode, like I think that it really is sport mode when you have a custom tune on it, and you can go a little bit faster, but still you can feel it max out at a certain point where it kind of struggles to pick up even more speed as opposed to other bikes.
Would you buy it again?
Without a doubt, I would buy it again. I'm very happy with the purchase. It's when I it's been one of the best purchases I've ever made in my life. It doesn't sit in my garage. I pass it every day when it does sit in my garage, and I dream about riding it. There could be snow outside, and I say to myself, I wonder how it handles in snow. Let's take it outside and see. So, yes, I would definitely purchase it again.
Do you remember your first ride? Like the first time you got on that?
Yeah, I do remember my first ride. Um, I brought it home. I picked it up in New York. I brought it home on the trailer. I rolled it off the trailer, left it in my driveway for a little while, um, and then I just kind of went out on it. I went on a lot of roads near where I lived. I kind of was feeling it out. Um, it was barely outside of the break-in period, so but to me, I was still breaking it in a little bit and getting used to it. Um, so I remember just going on some back roads. At the time, we were in the pandemic, so there weren't a lot of people on the roads. It was kind of barren at first on the pandemic. Even when I went to New York City to pick it up, like there was nobody on the turnpike, nobody on the parkway. You didn't have to pay tolls. It was wide open. So when I was riding around the roads, I kind of took it easy, and I mostly took it easy because DMV was closed. Also, I didn't have it registered in my name. Like it was registered in New York City still. So I never got a chance to switch any of that stuff over. So I kind of didn't want to get pulled over by the cops for being crazy. I didn't have license plates. I didn't have a temporary tag because I bought it not from a dealership. I bought it from a private seller. So I kind of went on back roads and just learned what this bike was all about, like um, how it reacted to everything on a lot of back roads by where I live.
How long did it take for you to get comfortable?
I think I was comfortable right away. Um,
Two wheels.
a lot of people I know, I've been with some people that test drive, and I went to a dealership with somebody that test drove it. They left and went on the roads, and they were out for a while. Like I said, I got on it for less than a minute, and I was like comfortable right away. So when I came home, I felt like I had had my bike for years, and I was just with a big smile on my face riding around the back roads, just enjoying the wind and everything like that. So I would say right away I was pretty comfortable. Um, it felt like everything I knew about riding kind of came back right away. And the only thing that I think was crazy as I was getting comfortable was I was wearing full out gear. I had pants on, a jacket, gloves.
Like
I had shoes, everything right from the beginning.
Describe the feeling you get when you're riding.
I think about this often. Like it's just like you got a permanent smile on your face when you're riding. It could be a day where you don't feel well, you got sinus, headache, whatever, and you get on the bike and all that kind of goes away. You forget about it. You like that kid on Christmas morning, just like excited, smile on your face. I'll go riding. I got a little Shih Tzu that we have, and I'll take her with me in the car a lot of times. And as soon as I roll down the window, she gets excited and starts like jumping in your lap, and she wants to stick her head out the window, and she's just sitting there with her head out the window, the breeze blowing. And when I first saw when she was a puppy and we brought her home, and first time I saw her do that, I said that's exactly what I feel like on the Riker. Like I'm out there and
Just enjoy it.
enjoying it. Everything that you might have been worried about, whatever it is that you worried about. Once you're out there and the wind is blowing, you're listening to your music and you're riding, and you just forget about all of that. And it's just, you're in your happy place.
Favorite time of the year or favorite season to ride?
I love summer. I'm from Alabama. I was born in Alabama. I love the heat. You can never tell me that it's too hot. Like if it gets hot, I can throw on a t-shirt and ride. I can throw on, if the sun's too hot on my skin, I can throw some sleeves on and still be out there and ride. But I like summer so much because there's really, to me, the most opportunity to ride. You may get those days where it rains a little bit, and on the Riker, who cares? It rains for a minute, I'm still gonna ride, and then when it gets hot, I'm still okay. I'm gonna dry off. So I just like the summer the best because it's warm outside. You know, nothing better than on the Riker, especially like when I was on twos, I never rode in a t-shirt. I always had gear on because who knows what's gonna happen. When I'm on the Riker, I ride in a t-shirt, shorts, things, slippers. Things are different, and I can enjoy myself still. So, I just think about summer all the time. Like I could be out, for a month straight riding in shirts and a t-shirt and slippers, and it's great.
Do you prefer day or night?
I prefer day just because of the idiots on the road, but night is great also. But if I have a preference, it would definitely be daytime, just because it's easier for the idiots on the street to see me and for me to see them and for me to stay a little bit safer. But anytime is great.
Favorite place to ride and why?
I have a location that I really like. Everybody likes Hawks Nest. I enjoy Hawks Nest, but I like Sky King Highway because to me it's a little bit longer version of Hawks Nest. Um, I don't know if I said Sky King or Storm King Highway. It's really nice. It's a little bit longer. You're alongside the Hudson. There's a lot of sights to see. And when you go upon, there's an area at the top where a lot of bikes and cars stop because of the scenic overlook. But going down that road, you can fly down that road. You get a lot of twisties, and it's pretty cool. But on top of that, with the guys in the group, we've been on a lot of overnight trips and we've had a lot of fun just traveling to other states and riding, and just the feeling of a bunch of bikes down the street and riding with your brothers is pretty cool too. So it can be a straight road with stoplights. It's just every time we come to a stoplight and being together with some guys, like-minded guys, is a pretty cool feeling also. So it doesn't necessarily match that feeling of those twisties going down Storm King Highway, but it's still a pretty cool feeling being on those open roads with the guys.
Are you a part of a crew?
Yeah, my crew is the Jersey Rider crew. Started out as a Jersey Riker crew, but in our crew we have, as presently constituted, we have Rikers, Spiders, and we have guys that are on sport bikes, guys that are on two wheel sport bikes, two-wheel cruisers. That's my crew.
Do you prefer solo rides, small rides, or large groups? And why?
I prefer smaller groups just because it's easier to manage. Large groups are cool sometimes, but that takes a lot of work. And again, I was talking about the idiots on the road. Sometimes you get those people that don't like to wait for the bikes. We put blockers out and they get impatient and they make it dangerous for us. So large rides are fun every once in a while, but I like the smaller groups because it's easier for us to maneuver through the towns that we're going to, the destinations that we're going to. We all kind of ride at the same time, and that's pretty cool. I will ride alone if I have to, but I prefer to ride in smaller groups.
Okay, last question. Convince me to join the 3WheelLyfe in one sentence. What would you say?
Join the 3WheelLyfe in one sentence. You should join us because you will be safe, but you will also be with a lot of like-minded individuals that will elevate you, and not bring you down.
Okay. Well, I appreciate you coming out. Appreciate the interview.
Appreciate you having me.
Do you have any last words? Anything you want to say?
Just going off of that theme of elevating you, when I decided that I was going to ride again, I saw the Riker. I fell in love with it instantly. But I did not know that I was going to bump into so many people, whether it's riding slingshots, Rikers, Spiders, Vanderhalls, what have you. So many like-minded guys and women that were going to just take me to a next phase of my life where I felt really I was around people that thought like me, acted like me, and brought that excitement back to my life that I was really looking for.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate your time. And stay 3 wheels down.
That's right. Stay 3 down.